So it turns out that Paddy Pimblett isn't a complete pile of shit fraud that everyone's been thinking for the past 4 years now. Officially undefeated in his UFC career so far, 7-0 in his UFC career so far, never failed a drug test, and never hit the mother of his children.
A black man can't drink?
Okay, I think that's a record for how quickly I mentioned the John Jones arrest. So if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what will. And also, unlike John Jones, Paddy Pimblett beating contenders under the age of 40 that aren't walking with a limp and actually ranked higher than Stipe was when the UFC pulled his senile ass out of retirement to fight John Jones. And yeah, I get it. Chandler's old too, especially being a lightweight that's, you know, pushing 40 himself. But considering how shredded the man looks and the HGH looking gut on him that makes him look 8 months pregnant, you know, not that I stop it in Paddy Pimblett from beating his ass. Kind of the same how it wouldn't stop John Jones from ramming his car into a pregnant woman either. To be fair, as much fun as I can make out of Michael Chandler's massively suspicious gut that makes him look 8 months pregnant, I don't doubt that Paddy Pimblett will be joining him soon since he's out of fight camp now. And the UFC needs to stop selling this bullshit Paddy merch and just have this man make a weight loss program, because I'm telling you, the internet went crazy for Nico Avocado losing weight that one time. This is just a regular fight camp for Paddy Pimblett. But now he finds himself in the top 10 of the lightweight division. I can only hope that he'll take more care of his nutrition and stop trying to eat as if he's Daniel Cormier, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I mean, Pimblett is the only guy I see that looks like he legitimately gets high off eating McDonald's and cookie dough desserts. But it could be worse. He could be getting actually intoxicated and then ramming his car into a pregnant woman. So who am I really to tell the man how to celebrate? And hell, I was even celebrating with him. He just beat Chandler's ass. Let's go, Pimblett! Especially considering it's on the same card where Dominic Reyes got to continue his comeback win streak and getting to see our beautiful bald king, Alexander Volkanovski, win his belt back. Ah, life has never felt so good. And I beg, please, whoever can arrange this, can we please getting a Cooking with Volk featuring Paddy Pimblett? And I guess we can throw in Dominic Reyes in there to tell us how great it was beating John Jones' ass that one time. But for real, after sending Michael Chandler's 2-5 UFC record finally outside of the top 10, after years of yapping, we'll see you at the top. I guess the only top we'll be seeing him anytime soon is Power Slap. Pack your bags, buddy. You're getting slapped for $2,000 a pop. And after getting to see the narrative just completely do a 180 on Paddy Pimblett, which I don't think many people expected not that long ago, unless you're Demetrius Johnson for some reason.
Like, I think one day he will be champion.
After years of Pimblett getting rocked and put on spaghetti legs in his debut, robbing Jared Gordon, gassing and struggling against a David Goggins-coached 8-loss streak Tony Ferguson, now sending the wannabe David Goggins Michael Chandler to power slap, choking out Bobby Green, and I guess a few weeks ago, choking out some random bum in his gym that one time. Not to mention those couple of years where everybody just hated Pimblett for robbing Jared Gordon, delusionally saying the fight wasn't close, and losing a beef with Ariel Helwani of all people. I mean, having Ariel Helwani turn the entire MMA community against you is rough, I can't lie, especially pulling up the DMs, doing him dirty.
Paddy sends me a voice note. This is what the voice note said.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, for real.
Oh shit, I forgot Ariel accidentally pulled up the John Jones DMs. That was awkward. I forgot about that. We now got people apologizing to Pimblett for doubting him as if he didn't kind of look suspiciously shit at times earlier on in his career. And for some reason, Demetrius Johnson being the only one saying that he might be champion before the Chandler fight ever happened. I still don't know what possessed DJ to ever say that, but maybe he's just a genius. And then you had guys like Kamaru Usman that were moving as if Chandler was about to lose him his parlay.
Body, 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 go to the body. Go to the body, Mike. Body, body, there you go. Body, body. Jab to the body, Mike. Jab to the body.
And I know that Chandler and Usman have trained. I just find the desperation of a Chandler fan screaming for him as he's getting his ass beat by Paddy Pimblett funny to me, that's all. And you even had Usman make as many body shot call-outs as Chandler landed significant strikes in the entire fight. Especially when he's still cheating and it still isn't working. I don't care what anybody tells me, this was deliberately straight to the ballsack of Pimblett. I don't care how low this man's fight IQ is, I just refuse to believe he ever thought he had the distance for this not to hit Pimblett's nutsack. But maybe this is just Chandler's weird way of supporting adoption agencies by lowering Pimblett's sperm quality to the level of his fight IQ. And to be fair, probably the most significant strike he landed the entire fight. Like, imagine an MMA fan in 2021 seeing this image. Oh, wrong image. That's right. That's a believable one. I meant Pimblett beating the shit out of Chandler. That's what I meant. Or getting to watch Max Holloway reacting to Paddy Pimblett becoming a potential future opponent. Or just Paddy Pimblett even being in the top 10 of lightweight at all. The amount of aura gained from this one performance for Pimblett is really something else. I'm going to have to wait and see where Lucas Tracy ranks him in next week's edition of the weekly updated aura tier list videos. That being said, the braids do look awful. I mean, it's just costing aura points, let's be honest, I can't lie. Bro's just looking like a mini Volkov out there. Or maybe a transition Valentina Shevchenko, maybe. Or maybe this trio are just a Pokemon evolution. And I get the odds were in favor of Pimblett to begin with, so it's not like he shocked the world by beating a 38-year-old, 8-month pregnant Michael Chandler, who has the fight IQ of a lamp. But to completely outstrike him every single round, have his way with him for the most part, hurting him on the feet, finishing him, and even eating some of them big, sloppy, telegraphed Michael Chandler single shots that some people thought would have Paddy Pimblett knocked out. But I guess the people thinking that don't understand Pimblett's weird accent or just never heard his saying.
Scousers don't get knocked out.
Or the way that Cody Garbrandt puts it.
Paddy the Baddie, you know? I like this dude. I mean, I thought this fight was entertaining. You know, he was almost hurt. He says he's a sorcerer. They don't get knocked out.
Though, to be fair, I must say I am still confused by the saying, since I do very much clearly remembering Darren Till being left dead on the floor after the Masvidal fight. But I guess, to be fair, maybe just first-degree murder doesn't count, I guess. And it's worrying because there is still the issue of Pimblett just leaving his chin in the air at times. And you'd think someone with a higher fight IQ than a toilet could maybe slip a shot or two and counter him with that. Which ultimately will make Pimblett's sorcerers don't get knocked out saying a meme real quick and plummet that aura along with it. And it's going to have to be something to address because now up the rankings with his next opponent most likely being somebody like Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, Arman Sarukian, Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev. God damn, that is murderer's row right there. And sure, it wasn't that long ago people were thinking Ilia Topuria would murder Paddy Pimblett if they ever got matched up. You know, myself included.
Still think I'd beat him. I really do. I still think I'd beat him, mad, whether he's just beat Max Holloway or not. I still think I'd beat him, mad, by kicking him on the feet or taking him down or submitting him. I genuinely think I'd beat him, but
even as biased as I may get for British fighters, I can't lie. If that matchup happened, I'm pretty sure Topuria's getting arrested. Much like the matchup between John Jones and his wife that one time. But hey, who knows? With that chin still left in the air and knowing Ilia Topuria, he still very might just catch a case of first-degree murder. But whoever is next, with that Dana White privilege on his side, I can only imagine we're actually one fight away from Pimblett getting a title fight, which still feels insane to even say. But hey, here we are. And even more insane, we might get a Pimblett title shot before Tom Aspinall title shot. Granted, I did make a whole video on how Dana White is destroying the UFC, so nothing surprises me anymore. And even if he loses his next fight, whoever it will be against, at least those fraud allegations have finally been defeated. To be considered a clown for years, to then legitimately getting in the top 10 of one of the best divisions is impressive regardless. You know, even if it is against a 38-year-old, 8-month pregnant Michael Chandler. And, you know, even if he does get murdered by Ilia Topuria next. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But there's a certain yapper out there still trying to discredit Pimblett even after this win.
I'll punch your face in, you little sausage.
You're a fraud. You ain't a real fighter in the UFC. You're a fucking...
Like, how about you beat a welterweight coming off a win before you start yapping, buddy?
And to be honest, it's because you got a bowl cut and an English accent. That's the only reason people want to look at you. So, you know, Paddy Pimblett's a little bitch. He needs to stop running my name through his mouth.
Bro's still stuttering with his trash talk after all these years. That's crazy.
The only reason fucking people care about you because you're an Ellen DeGeneres looking fucking scrub.
I mean, to be fair, he looks more like a transition Shevchenko with the braids nowadays. But, you know, kind of crazy talking about lookalikes when you look like Sid from Toy Story. I'm just saying. Though I can't say much. My chat usually says I look like Calyx And even with the mixed opinions, some thinking Pimblett looked better than ever, or some still thinking there's obvious flaws, as there are, like leaving his chin just right up in the air, you can't deny the fact he is improving, as you would expect from 26, getting rocked and put on spaghetti legs by Luigi Fangiamini, to now 30, 7-0 in his UFC record, beating Chandler's bum ass. I mean, cheating ass. Either or, who cares? And with how awkward his style is at times, people now comparing him to the master of tomfoolery, Dricus du Plessis. Best way I can describe it for a lot of people is they spent years in the UFC with fans basically saying they're complete dog shit, but they just kept winning until fans basically had to stop saying they're complete dog shit. You even had Adesanya in the crowd and telling Pimblett he's going to stop doubting him anymore. Kind of reminding me of the time he was in the crowd for du Plessis' breakout performance against Whittaker, where he actually manifested all of it from the beginning. Maybe Adesanya was the real sorcerer all along, manifesting all these goofy styled blonde crackers to the top. Unfortunately for Chandler, I guess he's just not Adesanya's type.
Sign up to my boy's YouTube channel. That is JG2. And for those who don't, you can do me a favor and you can bend the knee to King Triple C too.